Hey, welcome back to Pillow Talk. This is a show about sleep. This is Kevin Fear, the big mouth that you hear on the commercials all the time. I am the president and CEO of Mattress Express. We are a chain of luxury, innovative sleep stores, bedding stores. Yes, we sell mattresses, but we sell so much more than mattresses. And sleep is so important. My goal in this show is to help everybody sleep better. If you could take one thing from my show that helps you get a better night's sleep, I have succeeded. Sleep is so important. You spend a third of your life in bed. 7 to 9 hours a night is the average sleep. And a bad night's sleep affects everything you do. It affects your physical and mental health. It affects how you drive. It affects relationships. It's very important, and it's not, something that people do not focus on enough. And it's one of those things I've learned the hard way in life that once you get your arms around it and get a good night's sleep, it improves your quality of life. You know, I have not made a secret of the fact that I wear a CPAP. In fact, I'm doing this show in the morning. And if you're watching me on video, this show is done on radio, it's done on podcast, you can watch it on our website. But if you're watching me this morning, you can see the CPAP stripe on my face. It's where the mask goes on. And it bothers me. It goes away usually by noontime. But uh, I fought it for years, fought the CPAP, didn't want to wear it, and I finally embraced it, and it's improved my life. I sleep so much better with it on. Today's topic is very, very interesting. You know, when I'm looking for topics for the show, I'll go to the National Sleep Foundation.org or all over the internet, and try to find credible, quality research that I can share with you. But this one caught my eye. What is revenge bedtime procrastination? Revenge bedtime procrastination. And I think we've all done this. Revenge bedtime procrastination describes the decision to sacrifice sleep for leisure time that is driven by a daily schedule lacking in free time. For people in high stress jobs that take up the bulk of their day, revenge bedtime procrastination is a way to find a few hours of entertainment, even though it results in insufficient sleep. I think you could say this about a lot of people, not just high stress jobs. How about a mother or head of a household? One of the hardest jobs on the planet. You know, you got kids at home, and I'm not saying it's not a high stress job, believe me. But you know, all day long, you're serving others, you're taking care of kids, you're picking them up, you're running them around. Could be a father too, doesn't have to be a mother. We all do it, right? Um, but the kids are in bed. I see it with my fiance. She has three daughters. The kids are in bed. It's 9 o'clock at night, and she goes, no, she's tired. She should probably be going to bed, but she's just like, I want an hour or two to myself, whether that's reading or watching TV or whatever, surfing the internet. And you're sacrificing sleep to do that, and it's not healthy. It's called revenge bedtime procrastination. What behaviors are associated with bedtime procrastination? A delay in going to sleep that reduces one's total sleep time. The absence of a valid reason for staying up later than intended, such as an external event or underlying illness. An awareness that delaying one's bedtime could lead to negative consequences. Bedtime procrastination behaviors reflect procrastination in other contexts, such as avoiding doing homework or household chores. Procrastinating on sleep doesn't usually generate negative associations like those other obligations. However, instead, sleep may be curtailed in favor of activities that offer more immediate enjoyment. I've done it. I've done it. Staying up watching a movie too late because you know what? They had a hard day and this is my time and I'm going to watch this movie. And they're saying it's unhealthy. What is the psychology behind bedtime procrastination? Sleep procrastination is still an emerging concept in sleep science. As a result, there are ongoing debates about the psychology behind this voluntary sleep reduction. People who engage in sleep bedtime procrastination know and generally want to receive enough sleep, but they fail to do so. This is known as intention behavior gap. It's kind of a selfish act, right? You've been working all day, you've been going all day long for others, for work, for family, for other obligations, and you get some time to yourself and you sacrifice sleep for some form of pleasure, TV, internet, whatever. They're saying it's not a good thing. Who is affected most by bedtime procrastination? Students and women. That's what they're saying. One study found that students and women were most likely to engage in bedtime procrastination. People with an evening chronotype are inclined to stay up later, which may manifest as bedtime procrastination. I'm going to give this article to my fiance because she does this all the time. She'll say, I stayed up last night cleaning until 2 in the morning. Why? Why? Your house is clean. Go to bed. Uh, Listen, sleep is important. You got to get a great night's sleep. And I know when she doesn't get a great night's sleep, it affects her be careful what I say here. It affects her attitude. She's not always as happy or as joyful when she doesn't get a great night's sleep. And it's the same for any of us. It's not her. You got to get your 7 to 9 hours a night of quality sleep. If you don't do that, it affects your attitude. And it's the same if you don't have the right bed, folks. If you're sleeping on a bed that's worn out, it's not giving you great support, you're waking up sore, you're waking up with a sore shoulder, a sore hip, a sore back, you're not sleeping well. Whether you're staying up watching a movie or sleeping on a mattress that's worn out, you're not getting your best nights in total sleep, and it affects everything you do the next day. That's the simplest message I can give you in this show. You've got to get a great night's sleep. I'm all about enjoying life, being 100% effective every day, and you can't do that without sleep. It says revenge and bedtime procrastination may also be on the rise because of COVID-19 and stress associated with stay-at-home orders. Okay. Consequences of bedtime procrastination. Bedtime procrastination can cause sleep deprivation, obviously, right? Without enough hours of sleep, the mind and body can't properly recharge, which can have widespread negative effects on health. That's what I'm always saying. You don't sleep good, you don't sleep well, it affects your health, your mental health, your physical health. Insufficient sleep degrades thinking, memory, and decision making. Sleep deprivation also raises the risk of daytime sleepiness, which can harm productivity and academic achievement while heightening the risks of drowsy driving. It's true. Don't get a good night's sleep, it affects everything you do in life. Sleep deprivation worsens physical health, making people more susceptible to cardiovascular problems and metabolic disorders like diabetes. In addition, and especially concerning in the light of COVID-19, insufficient sleep can erode the immune function and reduce effectiveness of vaccines. I'm not getting into the whole vaccine debate. Point is, you need a good night's sleep for your body to be at 100%. How to prevent sleep procrastination. Keeping a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, including non-working days. Avoid alcohol or caffeine late in the afternoon or evening. Stopping the use of electronic devices, including cell phones and tablets, for at least a half hour and ideally longer before bed. So true. I'm always carrying an iPad around. It's a really bad habit. I'm an information junkie. I like to have information all the time. I'm sure that if I were a child in school today, I would be diagnosed ADD. And I constantly like that stimulation of it, but it's not falling asleep. That's the bottom line. Developing a stable routine every night to prepare for bed. Relaxation methods such as reading a book, meditating, or gently stretching can be a part of your bedtime routine and help you ease into sleep. The bottom line of this segment in this article is if you're going to sacrifice sleep for something else, you're going to pay a price. Everybody needs a great night's sleep. Everybody needs their 7 to 9 hours, and they need to get through their sleep cycles and get their REM sleep and wake up to be 100% the next day. If you don't get a great night's sleep, you're not going to be 100%. You're not going to perform at 100%. Your body's not going to perform at 100%. You're not going to drive at 100%. Your relationships aren't going to be at 100%. Part of that is your sleep system. When you're ready to invest in a new sleep system, just visit a Mattress Express. We have luxury and innovative products. We have the largest selection of flex head beds in New York State. We have beds with massage. We have beds you can control the firmness on each side. We have different types. We have hybrids, inner spring. We have the grid by Purple Bread. We have air adjustable. We've got it all. Just give us a try when you're up for your next one. You go to mattressexpressny.com or call 1-800-NEW-BEDS. Thank you for joining us for this segment. of Pillow Talk. This is Kevin Fear. We'll be back at it next week, God willing. And please come back and see us. Any questions, compliments, criticisms, pillowtalkquestion@gmail.com.